Hey guys, what's up? Coston Avilez here, coming to you guys live from Salt Lake City, Utah. Team SFS, what's up? Hey, I just wanted to make this video really just piggybacking off of that last post like I said I would. The post that I'm talking about, I'm sure you guys have seen it already. There was a picture on there with a quote on it, and the quote actually read, "Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life." That quote specifically stands really close to my heart, and it really goes all the way down to my core beliefs on what it takes to really get out of that lifestyle that you're stuck in or that you feel stuck in and venture your way into the path to success. And because I feel like there's a lot of people that might, have the right tools or have the right opportunities in front of them, they just don't really know how to get out of the situation they're in. They don't know how they're going to do it. And, there's a lot of questions, and I hate it because I get so many excuses from people right after I ask them this question. I just tell them, for what are the biggest dreams that you've had, right? I ask him, if money didn't mean anything to you and you had all the time in the world, what would you be doing right now? And there's so many people out there that I ask this question to, and they have these amazing dreams. They have these amazing accomplishments that they want to, get to in life, but they just don't know how to get there, or they don't have the means to get there, they don't have the time or the money. But, when they get approached with opportunity, they don't really know how to seize the opportunity because they just can't see themselves, or they can't figure out how they personally can do that thing, right? Because of the lifestyle that they've lived and all of their, choices that they've made up until this time. So, I'm going to go over these excuses that really get to me, and I don't have a lot of sympathy, and I hate how some people perceive that when I say it, because it's not that I don't want to feel bad for you guys. I understand where you're coming from. I was there. But that's exactly why I don't have sympathy at the same time, because I was there once, I was in that situation once, but you just have to take action. I promise you guys, it seems like the end of the world and it seems like it's impossible to do, but once you do it, so many doors open up for you and it becomes so much more clear on how to get to those places you want to get. But the only way to do it is to take action. So just to quickly go into, I'll try to keep this video somewhat short for you guys. I'll go over these first. So the excuses that I have here, the two that really get down and deep with me and I hate hearing them, is I don't have enough time or I don't have enough money. Those are the two biggest excuses I ever get on why people don't want to chase their dreams. So let's talk about the first one, not enough time. Everybody has 24 hours in a day. Everybody. There's nobody that has more than 24 hours. There's nobody that has less than 24 hours. Are there things that fill our time up throughout the day? Yes. Is there stuff that you can change or stuff that you can switch out to make more time in your day for more productive stuff? Yes. Are you going to have to sacrifice some stuff? Yes. But how bad do you want it? That's really what it comes down to. Because for me, when I was approached with an opportunity, there was a long time that I couldn't drop the ego, and I would tell people I don't have the time to do that, dude. I really don't. I'm just so busy. I have work. Once I get off of work, I spend time with my son. After I spend time with my son, then I have to make dinner, and then I have to go to bed because I have to wake up in the morning and do the same thing. Well, guess what? If you don't change something out of that daily routine and you can't ever find the time, then nothing will change. Let me repeat that. If you can't find the time in your daily routine that is so busy to make a change, you will not see a change in your life. It'll always be the same, and you'll be stuck in that situation. So the first thing on this excuse right here, not enough time, make time, guys. The average American right now watches television for about 4 hours a day. That is insane, guys. 4 hours? Do you realize that over the course of a year, that's 2 full months that you're actually spending watching TV, watching, all these, shows and movies and everything that are just, not really benefiting you in any way, right? So instead of watching TV, let's, learn a little bit. Get on YouTube. There's so many YouTube videos that you could be watching to better yourself, get some education, free education, and really just learn from the people who have made those mistakes before so that you don't have to make the mistakes on your path to success, right? You can kind of shorten your learning curve around what other people are saying. So, when it comes to not enough time, guys, there's ways to make time. And I understand there's some people that really do have a busy schedule, They're single mom or dad and they're working 2 jobs, 3 jobs, and they just don't have the time. Well, at those jobs, you have breaks. On your breaks, make a few calls, watch a few videos, put in a couple different applications for better jobs to where you can take those 3 jobs that you work in, shorten it down to 1 job where you're making the same amount that you were making at all 3 of them, right? There's things you can do to get yourself out of these situations. You just have to take action, guys. The second thing, not enough money. This one really hits home with me, because when I ventured into the opportunity that I'm in right now with WakeUpNow and doing what I'm doing now, I jumped into it really fast. Let's just say that, because I was at a job, quit my job a little early, and I found myself, I'll be honest with you guys, I found myself in a very bad place, and that's why I love this quote. I found myself at rock bottom. My credit cards were maxed out. I lost all my money that I had in that I got from my wedding. And my wife, like all the money we got from our wedding, we spent some of it on our honeymoon, and then we came home and we blew through that because we still have bills that are coming through. We still have all this stuff, but I didn't have a substantial income coming in at that time off of just my business. So what I did is I took the leap too fast. So I found myself in a really bad situation, a situation I didn't think I was going to be able to get out of. But what did I do? I said, forget about it. Yeah, I don't have enough money. I had to pay my dues for my business. There's overhead that you have when you're running a business. I still had to pay that stuff and figure out a way to make it happen. So what was I doing? I was selling my stuff to make these payments that I had on my overhead, right? And it was just in a scary situation. But what did I do in that? I didn't sulk in it, and I didn't, tell myself that there was no point in going back. There's no point in trying. I need to just go get another job. No. What did I do? I let that slingshot me forward. Getting pulled back, it slingshotted me forward to where I was working harder than I ever had before, I was staying up late. I was getting up early. I was selling stuff to get the money to do this. Because why? I had a strong enough why and a strong enough reason not to quit. Because my why is my family. My why is my legacy that I want for my future family. So if I quit, I'm not just quitting on me. I'm not just quitting on my dreams. I'm quitting on my family's dreams and all of the family to come, their legacy that I could have left behind for them. Because there's two types of people in this world. There's the person that, 50 years down the road looks back and says, what if I did? Imagine where I would be now. And then there's the people that 50 years down the road look back and say, what if I didn't? I'm so glad I did, because look at where I'm at now. Those are the two different types of people, guys. But you have to take action. Nobody else is going to do it but you. Nobody pays your bills but you. So stop listening to the non-believers. Stop listening to the haters. Stop listening to all the people that can't, see the vision behind something in your dreams and goals, and pursue them. Please, I just tell everybody out there, please pursue your goals, whatever they may be. And if you need help and you need a vehicle, call me. I'd be more than glad to try to answer any question you guys have. I'm not an expert on the topic yet. I'm, still studying business. I'm still studying, how to be successful myself. But I might have an answer for you guys that you don't have yet. Right? So network with people, get to know people, create great relationships. Stop just watching TV and just messaging people. Go hang out with people, Keep that interaction alive, because in our day and age, I could see it dying, People they don't even talk on the phone anymore. It's always through text. If somebody, I'm guilty of it myself. If somebody calls you, sometimes you're busy doing something, or maybe you just don't want to talk, so you hang it up, you ignore it, and you text it back and say, hey, did you call? Of course they called. But you're not wanting to talk to them on the phone because that interaction doesn't have to be there anymore. We have all these different types of technology that take that away. Keep the network alive. That's the only way you guys are going to learn the stuff that you guys don't already know. If you haven't learned it from your peers and your friends and your family around you, then, obviously you need to change some of those people around you in order to figure out the answers to get somewhere else, right? So, sorry, I kind of rambled off on that, but I just feel really strong about this, guys. This thing right here. The change needs to be in you, not everyone or everything else. Guys, when I started to become successful, when I started to see success in my business and start to see myself on that incline, is when I started to humble myself, drop my ego, forget about what everybody else is saying, and I started to take responsibility for my actions and the things that were going wrong in my life. I didn't find myself, at rock bottom because I got fired from my job, or because my job sucked, so I quit. No, I hit rock bottom because I chose to take the actions to do something, and I didn't do it right, and I hit that rock bottom spot. That was my fault. You guys have to take action. You can't blame it on anybody else. You can't blame it on anything else, because nobody else has that power but you to make that change. So, just take responsibility for every single thing in your life, and I promise you your future will turn around for you. Drop the ego is so important because, you know, there's so many things that we grow up learning, right? This is why it's so hard to get in, you know, get to the older generation, or your elders, as we call them, whenever you're talking to them and trying to explain something that you know is right, but they grew up learning it a different way. So to them, it's not being done the right way. And why? Because they have an ego, and the fundamentals that they learned up until that point, they go against what you're telling them. And so being that they can't drop their ego and listen to you and maybe find a different way or a better way to do something, they don't, because they've learned this through their life, right? So if we have an open mind and we drop our ego a little bit, think of all the doors that could open up for you, right? Drop your ego, listen, and then make an educated decision. Don't make an educated or an uneducated decision based off of somebody else's beliefs or somebody else's words that they told you, right? So start making your own decisions, guys. Take responsibility, take action. That is the most key thing right here, guys. Because if you have a dream, you have a goal, you have, you know, something that you want to be successful at, there is no possible way, 0% of a way that you can get to that point in your life if you do not take action. Think of all the people out there that have invented stuff. You know, if they had an idea and they didn't take action on it, do you think that some of these people just was driving down the freeway one time, they saw a bag on the side of the road, they stopped, they picked it up, and that was their invention in the bag, somehow made in a factory somewhere, and they were like, oh, easy, now I can just release it? No, 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 no. They had to take action, right? They had to do stuff. They had to go through the hard part of life and the hard part of learning and the failures and failure and failure and failure and failure till they figured out how to do it the right way. They figured out who to talk to get that thing manufactured, to get it manufactured the right way, to get the patents in place, to get the business name in place, to get their business running, to get their business crowd. You know, there's so much that comes into it, but they had to take action in the beginning in order to make that a reality. There's no possible way to do that unless you take action, guys. So other than that, though, I really hope you guys got something out of this. I really look forward to making more videos. I'm getting great feedback. Please give me feedback, guys, whether it's good feedback, bad feedback, or, you know, I don't even care what the feedback is. Give it to me. Because there's only one way I'm going to get better at making these videos and getting across to you guys and, you know, turning on some switches and helping people out. And that's by you guys giving me feedback, telling me what I could have done better, could have done, you know, a little differently. So I'm open-minded, guys. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys want to, you know, hear about what I have going on and, you know, maybe see the vehicle that I'm taking to my success and, you know, work hand in hand with me, great. Just reach out to me, send me a email, or, you know, connect with me over Facebook, whatever you might want to do, and we'll talk about it and you can decide from there. But other than that, guys, I don't know about you. I'm ready to join the 1%. Coston out.